In John 12, Jesus rebukes Judas for criticizing Mary for placing an expensive perfume on Jesus' feet, saying, "You always have the poor with you, but you do not always have me." And we are reminded that a great crowd of the Jews had gathered, not only to see Jesus, but to also see Lazarus, whom he had raised from the dead. In John 12, we are receiving a message that we should keep our focus in life on two things as followers of Christ. One, the core teachings of Christ, and two, the many miracles that occur in our lives that can benefit us due to the amazing agency of God.
For us and our family, an example of this twofold focus on Christ's teachings and God's many miracles was the discovery of this church. 26 years ago, our family had just moved to the DC area, and we were looking for a Lutheran congregation that had some level of diversity. After visiting a number of congregations near where we lived in Maryland, we began to look in DC.
One of the first churches we visited was Grace Lutheran Church. And while it had a diverse congregation, it didn't feel quite right for us. During one of the services at Grace, the pastor spoke of a congregation with which Grace was associated called Christ Lutheran Church. And upon searching for this Christ Lutheran Church, we and our 3 children found that it was a church we had not noticed, even though we had passed it each Sunday on our way to Grace Lutheran Church.
On the Sunday that we decided to visit Christ Lutheran Church for the first time, it turned out to be a Sunday when there was a congregational meeting after the service. It was also at a time in the life of Christ Lutheran Church when there was a very active youth group. As a result, there were activities during the congregational meeting to keep our 3 children occupied and happy, while Howard and I were made to feel welcome and at home by the congregants who were just meeting us for the first time.
Since that day, we have been embraced and nurtured by this congregation, have had 2 of our 3 children confirmed at Christ Lutheran Church, had 2 children married by Pastor Renata, and have been supported and comforted many times, such as when each of my parents died, when Sheila's mother died, and during a time when I was unexpectedly seriously ill.
Such are the benefits we have received, but did not expect, by keeping our focus on Christ's teachings and recognizing his miraculous blessings. Howard and I thank God for God's many miracles. Amen.